Wouldn't you know it, another day, another witch trial on X. And today's object of scorn, the terrible Thomas Massie. Yes, terrible Thomas Massie is trending again, and it's not for his unconventional explanation of what's behind the government shutdown.
What Speaker Johnson is doing is unprecedented. Okay. Whenever we've had a shutdown in the past, and I've been through maybe about half a dozen of these, we always still meet because presumably that we're responsible for the shutdown. And so if you're going to get out of this situation, you should be meeting. And also, if you're in the majority, why wouldn't you want to have hearings? Why wouldn't we want to uncover the things that happened during the Biden administration? So he's calling it the Schumer shutdown, but I'm calling it the Epstein recess. Not only are we shut down, we're in recess. And that's unconventional, unprecedented in the 13 years I've been in Congress.
But as Thomas Massie so eloquently put it, dogs don't bark at parked cars. Or to use another colloquial adage, you don't catch any flack unless you're over the target. And Thomas Massie, he's pretty well over the target of DC swamp. And what inspired such backlash and rabid MAGA morons everywhere? Thomas Massie dared to tweet out some of his wedding photos with his new, younger bride. This comes a year and 4 months after losing his high school sweetheart, whom he was married to for over 30 years. Amari King says, "You mean to tell me that only 16 months and 7 days after his wife and mother of 4 children died, he married a colleague he's known for over a decade? What's even crazier is his first wife's cause of death had never been released. All we got was she passed away at her home in Garrison, Kentucky. Something stinks here. Bookmark it." And this is from this obnoxious guy named Hustle Bitch. It's a good name for him. From funeral to wedding cake, Thomas Massie remarries just 1 year after his wife's death. This, of course, coming from a guy who pinned this at the top of his X page. "No ties. Do you really understand what's being unleashed? Not an accident, not random. This is the signal." More trust the plan, QAnon copium there, Hustle Bitch. But one of the things that I find the most irony in is how a lot of these MAGA NPCs out there are trying to undermine Thomas Massie's moral credibility. Yeah, these are the same people that didn't utter a peep of criticism about the time, that when Trump was recorded as saying he just walks up and grabs women by the kitten. Or, Trump's long-standing relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Or even the fact that Trump was in 2 previous marriages that resulted in divorce prior to Melania. And in one of those marriages, yes, he even cheated on his own wife with a porn star, Stormy Daniels. And there's even been accusations from a Playboy model that he cheated on Melania with her. And as somebody who goes by the name Toad on X said, Donald Trump cheated on his wife with a porn star, but Thomas Massie remarrying over a year after his wife's death is beyond the pale for MAGA people. But let's see how odd, how peculiar, how sus this behavior is by Thomas Massie. In a study from back in 1996, put out on the NIH website, Dating and Remarriage After the First 2 Years of Widowhood. It begins with the abstract. In this study, we examined the following: frequencies of remarrying or becoming romantically involved for widows and widowers during the first 2 years of widowhood. Man, that makes me want to bust out a Elmer Fudd impression. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. By 25 months after a spouse's death, 61% of men and 19% of women were either remarried or involved in a new romance. That's right, folks. 25 months after the death of the spouse, 61% of men were either remarried or in a new romantic relationship. Women expressed more negative feelings about forming new romantic relationships. Younger age was a predictor of becoming involved in a new romance for women, predictably, right? And higher monthly income and level of education were predictors for men, also predictable. Greater psychological well-being was highly correlated with being remarried or in a new romance 25 months after the spouse's death. It may be helpful for family, friends, therapists to know that dating and remarriage are common and appear to be highly adaptive behaviors among recently bereaved. But keep in mind, a lot of these people who are attacking Thomas Massie right now would rather defend human traffickers and child predator protectors then get behind the one man who's trying to actually shed light on the blackmail operation that is currently controlling all of our elected officials. But instead of going to all these self-righteous ass clowns for advice on correct moral conduct, let's go to the greatest book in human history, the Bible. See what God has to say about remarriage after losing a spouse. 1 Corinthians, yes, that's right, 1 Corinthians, not 1 Corinthian, as Donald Trump would put it. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 39. The wife is bound to the law as long as her husband lives. But if her husband dies, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will. And he who is without sin, Jesus said, can cast the first stone. So you do you, Massie. You do you.